Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed, yes, to a Monday edition of the Mark Moses Show podcast, as we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call them today here in the new year is very key. Call them at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Yes, it's Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Yes, this is the Mark Moses Show podcast. We are getting ready for an epic 5-day football playoff bonanza, which will start this Thursday. It's only Monday today. We're going to have a lot of reaction this week here on my show from what happened over the last couple of days. And then we're going to preview today, tomorrow, Wednesday, into Thursday, get you ready for everything that's going to go on. All right. And I'm going to do this real quick. So Thursday night, for your viewing pleasure, yes, the Miami Hurricanes are going to be in a semifinal game for the college football playoff. That's right. They win, they go to the national title game coming up on the 19th. They're going to be taking on Ole Miss. Yes, this game's going to be coming up on Thursday night. Friday night, Big Ten rematch, Indiana and Oregon. Winner of that moves on to the national title game. So again, Thursday, big-time game if you're a Miami Hurricane fan. And I bet every football fan here in the state of Florida is going to be watching that game coming up Thursday night. And then, again, Friday, you are going to have a scenario. Indiana beat Oregon early in the year in Eugene. They're going to play the rematch coming up Friday night. And, yes, my dad was right. No matter what happens in that game, the Big Ten's going to have a team in the national title game. And my buddy, Trey Wallace, who works for Outkick, he's going to join us on Wednesday. He wrote this article where Ole Miss, they're not sure coaching-wise. All right, are some of their coaches going to join now Lane Kiffin? They're in Baton Rouge with LSU, or are they going to coach against Miami? And my thought process is, look, I'm at the point now, hey, I hope Miami beats the crap out of Ole Miss, and I never have to hear about this stupid soap opera drama ever again. I hope the Hurricanes win. I do. I'm sick of hearing about Ole Miss. I am. I hope Miami wins this football game on Thursday night. I hope they go play for a national title. So that's going to be Thursday, Friday. I know you got the transfer portal going on. You do. And that's going to go on here for the next week or so. But look, the actual semifinal games are going to be Thursday and Friday. I'm going to take Indiana to beat Oregon for a second time. I believe in Signetti. I believe in Fernando Mendoza. I think Indiana is going to go for a national title, and I think they're going to take on the Miami Hurricanes coming up on the 19th. Then I have this right now in front of me. I know it's Black Friday in the NFL. I know a lot of coaches have been fired. As of this hour, Todd Bowles is still the coach there at Tampa. That might change in any moment. But here are the games. Saturday, the first game. 4:30 with the kickoff from Charlotte. I'm sorry if you're a Buccaneers fan. I know you wanted the Saints to win. They couldn't get it done against Atlanta. Bucs don't go to the postseason for the first time since 2019. Panthers win it with the tiebreaker, 8-9. They're hosting the LA Rams, a team they beat earlier in the year in Charlotte. At this hour, Vegas has the Rams on the road as the 5 seed, a 10.5-point favorite. Even though, again, Bryce Young and the Panthers beat the Rams, Vegas feels like double-digit win or more for the 5-seed road team with the Rams. Then the late game on Amazon Prime for some reason, Bears-Packers Part 3. Packers won at Lambeau. Chicago won there at Soldier Field a couple weeks ago. This is Part 3. Bears are 1.5-point favorite. Bills-Jaguars. Give credit to the Jags. They end the regular season 8-game winning streak, get the 3 seed. Trevor Lawrence, 4,000-yard passer. And, yeah, Liam Cohen should win Coach of the Year in the NFL. But guess what? Vegas doesn't care. The Bills are a 1.5-point favorite. And you know what? Vegas and the rest of the country, I think a lot of people believe in Josh Allen. I believe that the whole country feels like Buffalo's going to win this game. But if you're a Jaguars fan, you got to believe. You killed Tennessee yesterday. We are going to find out. Duval County, Duval Nation believes in the Jaguars, but I think the rest of the country, I think they're going to go with Buffalo. Then, right, 4:30 game there in Philadelphia. Eagles, 3.5-point favorite over the Niners. Eagles rested all their starters. If they would have just beaten Washington yesterday, they would have been the 2 seed. They're not. They're the 3 seed. They're taking on the Niners. And yes, you look at the NFC West, they got 3 teams in the dance. Rams and Niners both won 12 games. Seahawks got the 1 seed in the bye. They won 14 games. That NFC West is loaded. Then you're going to have this Sunday night. Chargers at the Patriots. Pats are a 3.5-point favorite at home. New England should win this game. I do not believe in the Chargers. Yes, Pats are a 3.5-point favorite. Then Monday night, Texans, Steelers. Yes. The Ravens missed that field goal last night. The Steelers get in at 10-7. They are a 3.5-point dog because the Texans won 9 in a row. They might be the hottest team in football. Texans on the road. CJ Stroud, their quarterback. Yes, 3.5-point favorite at Pittsburgh. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 straight days of playoff action. I joke about this all the time. Cancel the farmers market. I don't care if there's some, we got to go see this band play at the auditorium. No, it is going to be football nonstop the next, Thursday, Friday. It's nonstop for 5 straight days. It is going to be fun. All right. I am taking the Rams to beat the Panthers. I think it's going to be a closer game than that. I could see the Panthers actually covering the spread in this game, but the Rams are going to win. The Panthers defense is very underrated. Again, I just don't believe in Bryce Young. I don't. I don't believe in Bryce Young in this football game. Bears-Packers, I'm going with the Bears. This is going to be 3 hours of going to the dentist and getting 2 root canals for me. I hate the Packers with all my heart. Jordan Love's going to play in this game. The Packers are in the head of the Bears. Remember, the Bears, just to beat them, they had to beat a backup quarterback of Malik Willis. They had to get a touchdown, an onside kick, then a 4th down conversion for a touchdown, and then in overtime they needed a fumble, and then they needed a 50-yard pass to beat the Packers against a lot of their backups. This is going to be 4 quarters of hell. My Bears are going to pull it out. They're going to win by 3 in another nail-biter because that's all they do. Bears are going to win that game. They're going to cover. I think the Jaguars are going to win against Buffalo. They will cover the 1.5. I think the Jags are going to win this game by 10 points. I believe in their defense. I believe Trevor Lawrence is going to have a breakthrough game. I am taking the Jaguars on Sunday. Then I'm going to take the Niners, even though they're banged up. I think the Niners are going to clip, and I think they're going to beat the Eagles at home in a close game by about 4 or 5 points. I like the Niners in the upset. And then I'm taking the Patriots to beat the Chargers. I think it's going to be a blowout. I don't believe in Harbaugh. I don't believe in Justin Herbert in this situation. I'm taking the Patriots, and then I'm taking the Texans on Monday night. That's what I'm going with. I'm taking the Texans to win big. Pittsburgh is a fraud. They're going to get exposed. Those are my picks. So again, I am taking Rams, Bears, Jaguars, Niners, Patriots, Texans. So I am taking some road teams to win this weekend. And this is going to be a crazy postseason on top of one of the craziest NFL regular seasons we've ever had. It's open for business if you want to get to the Super Bowl. This is the year. There's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Chiefs dynasty. You have a chance to get to San Francisco. Or I'm sorry, Santa Clara. That's what I'm going with. I can't wait. Look, I love the NBA. I love college basketball. I love hockey. I love all these different sports. This is the time for the football, college football and the NFL to shine, and they're going to do it. So again, I'm taking Miami. I am taking Indiana to go play for a national title. I am taking Rams, Bears, Jaguars, Niners, Patriots, Texans. That's what I'm going with. And don't bother me during the Bears game. It's not going to be fun. I'm watching it with a bunch of my family members, and that's about it. Sorry, if you try to invite me to some party, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. None. And I'll end with this again. The Buccaneers made the playoffs 2000, won the Super Bowl. They won the division every year after that from 21 to 24. They just fell apart. And I'm going to bring this up with Luke Easterling later today. Just too many changes with the offensive coordinator, too many injuries. They just fell apart. They were 6-2. They ended 8-9. They did not deserve to be in the playoffs. They barely won that game on Saturday. And Carolina won with the tiebreaker. Carolina's in. We'll see what they do. They're probably going to get killed. Maybe. I think they're going to at least cover, but they're not going to beat the Rams. And honestly, if Tampa made the playoffs, they were going to win anyway. They were going to go on a run. And if you ask most Buccaneer fans, they're not shocked they didn't make the playoffs after the way they played down the stretch. So we're going to have fun this week. Kyle Nash, Luke Easterling, all these guys are going to join me today. We're going to have great guests all this week. Check out markmosesshow.com for the latest details on everything. And yeah, thanks again to Anidjar and Levine, Accident Attorneys, for being my studio sponsor all of 2026. I appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you around here on the Mark Moses Show.